Hello folks, and welcome back to Survival Roleplay, and we are literally continuing from where we left off last time. What I'm going to do first of all is we're going to head to Derek, see what he needs, because he's back and he wants to see us about some requirements he needs to fill some orders up for us to sell later on in the year, because the price of, what was it, planks, I think the sawmill produces. Go down here. So yeah, best time to sell is in June. We're in February, so you've got a few months yet. Derek wants to do a big order that sells around the June, July time. So yeah, June, July is where it's at its peak and starts to go down. Currently it's at just under 1200. It can go up to about 1400 or so per fowl. So we're going to see what Derek wants and see what we can do to help him. So you're out, we're just going to pull over here and see what he needs. Go, let's go pull over here. I'm just going to knock on and see what Derek wants. Thanks Derek, I'll see you later on. So yeah, we've went and see Derek and he's got an order of some planks he needs. And all he's requested from us is for us to help out as much as we can. So he's got an order of apparently about 10,000 litres worth of planks, or basically 10 to 15 pounds worth of planks. He's told us he needs to sell by July. He's got an order that's for July, so that means we'll chop some trees down and hopefully we can help out. But what I'm going to do quickly, just going to pull into here, service our tractor once more, because yeah, we are wearing this thing out quite a bit. Obviously we can look at getting a new tractor at some point once we've got the combine. But yeah, at the moment, nothing's really popping up in the used market that we like. There's one thing I do want to get. It hasn't got a front loader, but it's got a very big engine. So, go to the medium tractors, and go to, which one is it? Yeah, the K7200 series. Base price, 88 grand. So, in used market price, we'll say that's about 40 grand. And if we get the Magnum 7150 engine, that is 250 horsepower, just for just over 100 grand. So when we look at that in sort of used market price, let's say about 50 grand, so about the same as much as this John Deere cost. Yes, it doesn't have a front loader, but it can still work out very well for us. So let's say if we budget 50 grand for a new tractor, then we need about 175 to about 100, 110 grand for the combine, depending on which one we can get. We'll fill up the fuel as well, might as well since we're up here. I do need to look about getting some fuel containers in. Actually, is there anything over here? Because there's some new stuff that's apparently come in, but are they any good for us? So we can get liquid barrels. That's fertilizer. Can we get diesel barrels? Yes, we can. 1,500 litres for just a grand. That actually ain't a bad price. And actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and buy one of those, because then we can use that for the farm net. Yes, we can always get diesel canisters, but it's also having our own fuel at the farm area. And to us, we're starting to lose a bit of light here, so what we need to do now today is get the lime sorted, lime situation. Actually, since we're up here, we could go ahead and lease the lime spreader, because I think it gives the field a 10 to 15% yield bonus. How much one did they say we go for? I think we'll go with, how much is that? 20 grand compared to 28 grand. You know what? Anti-mud guards. It's got a tray hitch at the back apparently. That could be useful, but rain ain't gonna come. You know what? It's gonna lease that for £1,000. How much is 1 pallet of lime? This new pallet apparently comes in bags, so 350 for 2,000 litres. So it's going to get 2. So that is just over what we need. Also, we could redo with a pallet fort to take some of this stuff back. When I say some of this stuff, I mean the diesel barrels. Yes, I'm not going to quite fill up this to the max, but that I can live with. There we go, let's get that filled up. So go ahead and have a look at front loader tools. How much is a pallet fork? Really, 1,700 for that? Is there any cheap ones around? 800, that's better. Nope, we'll go ahead and buy that. So let's go get a front loader up here, and then we'll take us back to the farm. There we go. Hopefully it should lift this fine. We do have a slight issue with traction with this, so definitely do need to wait for when we do the work when it comes to the liming. However, we've got 2.3 tons, or two 2.3 ton weights, so that will not be an issue for us. See if we can pick this thing up. Hopefully this should all work. Different brands now, but hopefully there is a... Is it still compatible? I think the word is. Good thing we're not leasing this, we own it because we're doing so much damage to it. You know what? I think we'll drop Limey Boy here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So it does tilt. Yeah, I can see how the tractor tips quite a bit back by about 5-10 degrees. Yeah, 5-10 degrees may not seem much, but for us in this circumstance it is quite a lot. Ooh. There we go. We've got the diesel and we got the line. And we'll take us back to the farm, and then I think we'll get some work done here, I think. So alrighty then, that is the barrels dropped off, and we're just going to quickly place front loader over here. And yeah, definitely do need to wait on this because yeah, just mills are losing traction just a little bit, but enough to make life a bit challenging. Look, yeah, turn right and go left. See, dirt racing, you don't turn right to turn left in farming. Even though we could go tractor racing potentially, who knows? May have a racetrack here, a little dirt oval track, maybe, perhaps. That would be too much of a wild guess, but yeah, that should do. Drop this over here because that weight is turned over and the plough was in the way of the other one. Yeah, I really do need to start tying up the yard. Oh. There we go. Come on. There we go. Ah, nope. The other way around. Oh, you got the other one. Tools just don't behave in the way you wish. There we go. So that is the front weight on. We'll get the lime spreader on. And is this the 14-meter work width? Yeah. So I think, again, this field will require 2 passes. Can this be shortened? Yes, it can. Let's look at the field currently. It is 50. Yes, we won't get the full saps yet, but we will have it soon enough. Let's get rid of that. Yes, we're going a bit over in that, and we're going to need more lime. That is for sure. Definitely need to be careful about my application. But yeah. Yeah, we're going to definitely need a bit more lime. Yeah, safe to say. Should I have sold all that lime? Yeah. You can say yes, you can say no. It's one of those things either way. Is it actually more profitable? I do not know. There we go, I'm happy with that little working with there. As long as I can get this lined up correctly though. But yeah, I think we need a few more parts at least. And can even this do this field? I don't think it can. 3, 2, 1. Nope. I did try to be a bit clever there with the sporadic spreading, but we're going to need a lot more than that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play it safe. Let's check in the used market. And where's the lime 2? There's the lime there. I'm going to buy 4 or 5. Let's go with 5. No, can't. Can afford 4, so hopefully we've got enough. Hopefully, so worst case scenario, we'll just go and get those stones and convert that into lime. That means we need to get this off, take this to the shop, get this with the front loader back on, and take that to the shop. Actually, we could really do with like a little flatbed trailer, a little transport tray perhaps, but unfortunately we can't quite afford anything at the moment. Actually, perhaps if I could try to be clever, this may work. Big emphasis on the word maybe. If I grab you, I'll grab you. We lift you up. Take it to the shops, get a bunch of it loaded up, and then perhaps that could work if we say load one bag onto the back of this and get the rest onto the front pallet fork. Hopefully that could work. Who knows? Give that a try, shall we? And there we go. So we're at the shop, and unfortunately, it ain't paying off to take one full big bag. I don't think, or is it 2 full big bags it can't take? I'll find out anyways in a sec. So if we go and fill this bag up, yeah, I think we should be able to, yeah, get 3 bags out front of this. Should it take a full bag? No, it does not. That's a bit of a bummer, but hopefully we should still be fine with this. That weight may get in the way though, so if we spread you like that, and if we try to be as delicate as we can, so we've got 2, well, got in 1 bag. Got 2 there for the moment. Spread it a bit wider. Fortunately, this will upset the balance of the tractor a bit because we've got the 2.3 ton weight at the front, and I don't know how much these bags weigh each. Oh, so they weigh 0.85 of a ton. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the weight. Good thing we've got the second weight at the farm, can use that. There we go, that's better. Come on, let's get that 3rd bag. I know you want to come on with me. There we go. Get it hooked up. Ain't that more of a chunkier setup than you've ever seen? Oh, limey lord. Come on, tractor. Come on. There we go. So yeah, it can just about do it. Hopefully these bags don't come off as we turn. And we've got about 1.25 kilometers trek back to the farm. But I think this will work just fine. And there we go. Back at the farm. And to us, I still don't think these 4 bags and what we've got is going to be enough. But all we can do is hope and try, because we don't have much alternative choices. I think if you start with doing the main part, we'll lost the bag, I think. Yeah, we've lost the bag. Come on. Just come on, bag. Just come on. Don't fall away. And it's gone. I knew that was going to happen, but surprisingly you did it right at the farm and not like halfway back. But well, let's give it a little push. Come on. There we go. I'm going to dump these bags here for now. There we go. We'll disconnect the front weight. Put the front loader over here. Leave the bags here, because we'll start doing from that far corner up there by the tree line and work our way down. There we go. There's you dropped off. But yeah, also we've got some rolling to do. We've got to plant some grass and that as well. So gonna be a bit of a work, but I think we'll get us all done today. Then we can advance till March, and then we can sell the silage. Yeah, we'll start off by doing this far corner over here. Might as well start somewhere. But yeah, we're just using so much lime. The thing is, we don't have to use this all the time. We don't have to do it, things like every free harvest or every free ploughing session. So, and with grass, we're not ploughing it, so it shouldn't need any more lime after this. But it's going to be very expensive, I think. Yeah, it's just about almost a full load. But yeah, so we'll continue on here, get us all done, and then I'll see you folks in a moment. And there we go, that is the liming done. And what we'll do quickly is send you back. And yeah, we got all the lime done. Has required a couple of loads. And there was a reason why I was able to get lime for such a cheap price. I think in total in terms of the extra one we needed, it cost us only something like a couple of euros, about €8 or so. And there's a reason for that. I think if we hop into our pickup, because we've got a new neighbour around the farmyard, around the farm area. When I say farm area, I mean close to shop, but yeah, obviously we've been doing so well, and obviously the news has got out that we're becoming a profitable business, because essentially that's what a farm is. It's a business at the end of the day. We've got to make sure what we're spending is less than what we make, and if so, we're making a profit. Even though currently our finances are a bit of a desired state that will be ready and better by tomorrow. But yeah, we got a new business in. There's apparently someone called Farmer Willie B. And yeah, they got a little business up here, as you can see there around the corner. So it's going to have a look at what they got to offer. So turning is just here. So it's pretty much close to the sawmill, but it's a bit further out. And oh, look at this. So we got ourselves a weighing station here. So we can weigh ourselves if we want. And we weigh, or pick up weigh 1.75 tons, essentially. Oh, look at this little workshop here. Don't think there's anyone in here, so have a look here, shall we? Closed gates behind us, but yeah, oh, look at this. This looks like a wholesale, so we can buy certain bits, like we can buy seeds, fertilizer, herbicides, and liquid fertilizer and all that. And we've got a spill area that's apparently, well yeah, look at that. So I'm guessing this is what we can, let's say if we've got any soiled milk in that, or like soiled liquids that are expired. Obviously we're going to have to pay a fee for obviously to get the spoiled materials transported away, but yeah, so ooh, look at these. So we've got different buying areas, like different all sorts. So I've got a little jet wash area here, and got 2 workshops, got a little fuel pump here, and even got electric and a methane refilling station, and guessing that's going to be its workhorse, the Clastorian 1914, and I think this is a little shop around, little off-roader here. This is the JCB Max with a plough, interestingly. Guess he came in anticipation of snow. Thankfully we've just missed snow. I also got some fuel at the back of this. That's very interesting, but yeah. So I'm going to have a little chat with Farmer Willie B here and see what this is all about here. Alright, so yeah, I'll speak to Farmer Willie B here, and yeah, this is a wholesaler, and kindly enough, we've been given a bit of a discount. Turns with we pretty much use anything, we can pretty much use this as and when it is needed. And he's also said that our first 3 loads are on the house. So our first thing, about 5,000 litres of seeds and lime and fertilizer and all that, that is ours for free of charge. As long as we promise to come back here, and of course we will, because we can get some good value for money. So when we need seeds and fertilizer and that's going to be a helpful thing. So hop over here. But yeah, that is very helpful. That's going to be real helpful to us, especially having a new business in the area, along with Derek at Sawmill, and that Doris obviously running the main frontier of the land area, sort of the border between civilization and no man's land. So yeah, I'm very optimistic with that. And actually I think we're going to actually need that supply in a minute, because we're going to do some liming here, not liming, we just done that. Some fertilizer work, and of course I think we need some more fertilizer, so I think we'll use those first 5,000 litres to our advantage. And of course when we go and buy stuff now, we are offered a discounted rate compared to what the main cooperative, as you want to call it, or like the main dealer area. This is a small local business who wants some, you know, some new customers and that, and obviously guessing the word has got out that we're successful in that. So when I say we're successful, we're making a profit. We're being here now for what? This is our 2nd year on No Man's Land. The first year was tough, I was just sending all the timber and that. But into year 2, we got beautiful grass forming. We got 275,000 litres of silage to sell. That's going to net us, what, about 55, 60 grand, I'm thinking. Hopefully, about 50, 60 grand. So yeah, I'm optimistic. Yeah, things don't look great now, but of course that 50-60 grand could potentially make that every couple of days, like every 3 days or 3 months. So in total, between now and harvest time, we can make a lot of money here. But of course, obviously, some of this is going to be used for cropping that. So of course, yeah. So we've got to take this and this and that. So you got to weigh the books out. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to see Farmer Willie B again, and we're going to get some fertilizer here, and we'll get some fertilizing done. So, alright, that is all the fertilising done, and most of this field here. Obviously, I did realise there is a patch of the field that hasn't been limed. I may come back to bite us later on, but I just want to have a look at the stone situation at the moment. So we've got stones in the grass fields itself. Unfortunately, we can't pick those up unless, obviously, we plough it again, which I'm not going to. But yeah, this section here we missed, so a bit of a downer on my part, but overall not too worried about that. It's only a small section in comparison to the great scheme of things, so yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I think what I'm going to do now is get rock picking done and then seed it, then top it with the fertilizer as well, make sure it's being fully fertilized, and then yeah, we'll leave it be, let it grow, and then on April, when we come to plant soybeans, we'll be able to mow all the fields at the same time, and then we'll be able to cash in from that. We'll start planting some cereal crop, and yeah, so it's all looking on the up. Not sure, I do think actually with the amount of money we're making, about 20 or so euros per hour with the cellular tenor, I do think we're going to be in the red overnight, so hopefully nothing bad happens and like any emergencies and that, because of course we won't afford it, so hopefully everything goes to plan. We do have some rocks here that we will be used to make lime, and whether or not we're going to sell the lime, I don't know. No me, perhaps yes we will, because we could get a full 3,000 litres worth of lime for about 100 euros or so, give or take. So I think I'd rather stick to that, and then yeah, whatever else we need in the future, we'll just go to Farm Willie B's market and we'll get it from there. But yeah, to round off today, because we are sort of losing a bit of light, thankfully it's getting warmer now, so one, it's going to be less cold doing the work, and plus we're going to have a bit more daylight. So yeah, we'll continue on with this, get all the rocks picked up, and then yeah, we do need to address the stump situation, but that's going to be for another time. But yeah, we'll crack on this, and then we'll come back in a few moments here. done, and we skip forward till the next day because our silage is ready, and we lost a bit overall. So did say we did have about 166,000 litres. That's gone down to 151. And we had 106,000 litres, but that's gone down to 103. So that is about 254,000 litres. Price at the moment for silage, if I could get to the right screen, there we go, is 180 per foul, and then the arrow says it's going down. It's actually going up. Before that was at 179, so I think next time when we come back we'll get that done. And then let's actually look at the aggressive, because this is interesting, because I did try to roll it. However, you can't roll until after you've ploughed and seeded, but still we couldn't get the full roll over here because of, hello dear. So I did try my best to get this all rolled out, but as you can see the yieldage is about 97 or so percent. 97, some parts is like 95, yeah, there are 95 here, and that's because we haven't rolled nor have we mulched, so that will give us those extra 2.5% increase each. But to show you how much lime really has effect, if you go over here where we haven't limed, 81%, so that is a 15% reduction in yieldage. And that could be substantial, and because everything, well, nearly everything has been limed, we should have a lot more silage. So I'm still thinking we'll get about 50 grand from this. And that's going to be crucial, because if we have a look in the used market, we've got a proper baler for sale. It's a New Holland BR1690, 47% off. It's not as high as I've liked, but better than 41. Well, I still hope for 60%, but I ain't going to complain. So what we'll do next time is we'll get the silage sold. We'll get about 50 grand from this, and we're going to get a baler. Why? Because then we can use that to do silage bells potentially. Also, you'll need a bell wrapper, and what size bells is that? 125cm round bells, and that one can do round bells, so we can bait it and wrap it. Not sure what the with bale on end turner is. I guess it turns it out. And we can go with Cumberland or Viken. And of course, you could go up, of course, the Anderson does the big 180cm bells, but I'm not worried about that. I'm comfortable with just doing 125cm bells, and also we need a trader to do this up, and we do have some nice trays over here. 17.75 grand for a 24 bells, 20 grand for 28, 24 grand for 32 bells. What's the difference in that? It's like, that's a bit heavier, but I guess it's the ladders perhaps. But yeah, 16 grand for the Ron SP 9004. And that takes round bells to 125cm, so we can get something like this. Or do we want that? I think these aren't swivel axles. Well, apart from that one is, so we won't go with that one. Aha, that's probably why it's more expensive, because it's got the swivel axle at the front. And so does this, so we actually may go with... I think we'll go with this one, because one, it's less, a grand cheaper, and we can get 4 more bells, and let's say if the bells here are about 9,000 or so litres each, or 8,000. Not sure what the capacity is. I think it's about, yeah, 8,000 or so. If that's the case, then with 200,000 litres, that is what? 10, yeah, a lot of bells, so a lot of things to think about there. I think for now, we'll, one, definitely need to tie up the yards. But yeah, that is where I'm going to leave it today. So yeah, next time, we need to do the silage. Also need to restart doing some timbering for Derek, because he has called us this morning and he's getting a bit antsy about having some timber to do, so I think we'll do like the first load or a couple of loads here and there, and then I think we'll start doing some logging, I think. Just keep Derek happy, and all he needs about 25,000 years worth of timber. Not sure what that equates to in trees, but I do have a few trees that we can deal with. Because, for example, I did say I want to extend this field slightly. Example, yes, we can get rid of this little tree here, and actually we can get rid of these two little trees and have a nice flush. The field just goes straight on like that. And from here across, we can cut this tree down here. That'll be it from the logging on this side, because these are reserved for only emergency. And if we go over here, let's just go into this mode here. We'll start cutting some of these trees down here. We can't cut these down, because that's outside our property line. But yeah, like these smaller trees, you can cut like this one here, this one, and this one, and I think, can we cut this one? Well, maybe on the edge. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's just outside the edge of the property, so from this tree left, we can't touch. But yeah, still plenty of trees for us to cut down, so I may just do a massive hole of timber, give it to Derek, then process it. Whatever is left over, we can sell to shop. But yeah, that's going to be for me today, and folks, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.